With forward Rourke Chartier as we continue with our exit interviews for 2023-24. Thanks for taking a couple minutes before you run out.
Thanks for having me.
It was a pretty good season for you, I'd say. You spent more than half of it in the NHL with Ottawa, and then you joined this team just in time for the playoff run. How did you feel about your campaign overall?
Yeah, it was a bit of a crazy year for me. Some ups and downs, but no, it was overall, looking back, I think big picture, it was a successful one. But yeah, no, it was a bit of a different year for sure.
Yeah, longest stretch in the NHL that you've played so far in your career. How was that experience? What kind of I guess led to that success? And what's it like, I guess, to play almost every day in the NHL?
Yeah, no, I think I was in a kind of a weird position where I was really a part of two teams, and up until January, I was up there every day and in the lineup, and unfortunately had a little bit of injury trouble up there. And no, it was good to be a part of. And for me, I missed some time in my career, so I thought it felt really good to prove I could be an everyday NHLer and make a team out of training camp, and just be on the team. And that's everyone's goal. And obviously, I've had a lot of ups and downs, so it was. It meant a lot to me, and then obviously I came back here for a little bit, and especially at the end, I think it was important to help get some of these younger guys and give some guys experience in the playoffs and being in a tight race right down to the end.
Well, and for yourself as well, like you've been with this team, with the organization since 21-22. You were part of this team's first playoff appearance, we'll call it, not a true run, I suppose. But how nice was it to kind of be able to be back here and be a part of that first franchise series win in the playoffs and to help kind of set the foundation for this club moving forward?
Yeah, I think obviously playoffs and winning at the end of the day is what you're trying to do and what you're trying to establish, a winning culture. And sometimes you got to take baby steps, and I think to not get in would have been a big letdown. And obviously the team changes a lot over the year in the American League. You never know what you had. Like I said, I wasn't down here till January at all. So, no, it was a really good group in there, and I was happy to be a part of that push to get guys in. And like I said, gives guys a chance to play on a bigger platform. And whether they're back here or somewhere else next year, like I said, I think people in the hockey world take a lot of. Put a lot of stock into how guys play down stretches and in playoff games. So sure. I think that was important for everyone.
Was there any part of your game that you maybe felt you were able to improve this year, make some strides?
Yeah, I think myself getting older, like obviously it's a bit of a different role for me when I was up top to down here. And so I think I try to play the same way every night, whatever league I was in. And I don't know if there's one area of my game, but for me, probably the biggest difference was, like I said, being up there for the long stretch and being an everydayer, which is, a different animal in itself compared to, getting called up for a game or two. So I think that was probably the biggest changes in my game, or things that were different for me. But no, I think, like I said, it was a different year for me, but overall, I think a successful one.
Couple more minutes here with forward Rourke Chartier. Was there a highlight to the season for you, whether it be here or in Ottawa? Because, again, you spent a lot of time in the NHL this year.
Yeah, I think, obviously, it was great beating Toronto here. That'd be probably my highlight down here.
Yeah.
Like I said, we hadn't found a way. I thought a couple of years ago we had a really good team and just lost a couple overtime games to Roch, and obviously, we had a lot of overtime games this year, so it could have gone anyway.
It's kind of crazy how they're almost similar like that, right? Like it's just, the overtime in the playoffs is such a different animal.
Yeah, and having now these 3 games and 5 games, I'm not a huge fan of them. I feel like the real winner comes out in a 7-gamer when it does. It factors in more, but in kind of the lightning round series, anything can happen, so it's a little scary, but. Yeah, I would be lying if I didn't think there was a couple moments there when we went to overtime again that maybe things weren't meant to be here. But, no, that was probably my highlight down here. And for me, personal highlight for sure would have probably been when I scored up top for the first time this year. I think it'd been 5 or 6 years between goals in the NHL. So, that probably felt 10 times better than even my first one in the league up there. So that'd be my personal highlight from being up there, and obviously just getting to know guys. And I think getting to know guys on both teams, it's a weird thing where I felt like I was a part of both of them, and got to meet a lot of good guys, and it was a fun year that way.
It's your third season spending time in Belleville. How have you felt about the Bay of Quinte region, the city of Belleville, and just being basically a resident of this area?
Yeah, no, I think it's come a ways for me. Obviously, the first year here we were coming out of COVID and stuff,
right.
So everything was a little slow and this and that. But I think I like it here, and I've got kind of my routine here, and we got stuff to do. So I think it's a great city, and guys, like I said, maybe it's the group of guys that makes it a little bit better even, but. No, I'm pretty comfortable out in this area of the woods, and it's been good to me.
Yeah. What's the rest of the summer look like for you from here?
Nothing too crazy planned right now. I got a few weddings, getting to that age where I got to go to a couple of those. And they're kind
anywhere fun? I've been asking guys who have weddings, anywhere fun or just
I think can do one Boston, Toronto. There's one in Minnesota as well.
Okay.
So kind of all over the map. So I think they'll be fun. I got a couple in northern Saskatchewan, so those will be just as fun too.
They'll be fun, yeah.
So it'll be busy with those, but I don't know. I'll get back home, do some golfing, and spend time at the lake, and nothing too crazy for the next bit, but it'll be good to just wind down.
The last 9 months have been crazy enough, so.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it'll be good to sit back for a bit and just relax.
Yeah, awesome. Well, it was great to see you have that success in Ottawa this year. Great to have you back for the playoff run, and appreciate the time again, man. Have a great summer.
Yeah, thanks. You too, Footy.